The first reason strong women refuse to settle is self-awareness. This is the foundation of every choice they make and every boundary they set. Self-awareness is more than just knowing your likes, dislikes, or surface-level preferences. It is a deep understanding of your values, your vision, your emotional needs, and what you will and will not tolerate in your life. Settling begins when we lose touch with this awareness. Many women compromise because they have been taught to seek approval, to avoid conflict, or to prioritize others' expectations over their own. But a strong woman recognizes that the price of compromising her principles is far greater than the temporary comfort of agreement or acceptance. Self-awareness allows a woman to see clearly where she is in her life and where she wants to go. She asks herself difficult questions that many avoid. What do I truly want from my relationships, career, and life? What aligns with my authentic self, and what feels like a compromise? Which aspects of my life are non-negotiable, and where can I show flexibility without losing my integrity? When you cultivate this kind of self-awareness, it becomes impossible to settle for less than what truly matters. You begin to notice the situations, relationships, and opportunities that do not meet your standards, and you naturally develop the courage to step away from them. Another critical part of self-awareness is understanding your triggers. Strong women observe the thoughts and feelings that arise in situations where they might be tempted to settle. Perhaps they notice a sense of fear, anxiety, or insecurity when someone challenges their values. Maybe they feel pressure to conform to expectations that do not fit their life vision. By recognizing these triggers, women can pause before making decisions and respond from a place of clarity instead of fear. This awareness transforms hesitation into intentional action. It allows you to navigate life with purpose, rather than being swept along by the tide of other people's expectations. Self-awareness also brings clarity about your worth. When you know your value and understand the unique strengths you bring to the table, you naturally raise your standards. You no longer accept situations that drain your energy, diminish your confidence, or compromise your integrity. Every boundary you set becomes an expression of self-respect and a reflection of your inner understanding of what you deserve. Strong women do not wait for others to validate their worth. They feel it internally, and their choices reflect it externally. Finally, self-awareness fosters emotional intelligence. It allows a woman to understand her feelings, recognize unhealthy patterns, and distinguish between fear-based decisions and decisions aligned with her higher self. This emotional clarity becomes a guiding compass, helping her navigate complex situations and avoid settling for less than what aligns with her true desires. Awareness is not a one-time discovery. It is a daily practice, a continuous observation of your thoughts, emotions, and actions. The more you cultivate self-awareness, the stronger your ability to make empowered choices becomes. This is the first victory. Self-awareness is the foundation of every strong woman's refusal to settle. It gives clarity, courage, and the insight needed to walk away from anything that does not serve her highest good. By understanding yourself fully, you create the space to raise the bar, honor your worth, and step confidently into a life of empowerment and fulfillment. The second reason strong women refuse to settle is self-respect. This is the unshakable foundation that determines how you allow others to treat you, how you handle opportunities, and how you prioritize your own life. Self-respect is more than just a feeling of pride or confidence. It is a conscious understanding that your time, energy, emotions, and integrity are valuable, and that nothing in the world should diminish them. A woman who respects herself refuses to waste these resources on people or situations that do not honor her worth. Settling is often born from fear, the fear of being alone, the fear of rejection, or the fear of not being enough. But self-respect overrides fear because it is rooted in the truth of your inherent value. Strong women know that saying no is not selfish. It is necessary. Saying no to what does not align with your standards is a powerful act of self-love. It is the first step toward creating a life that reflects your highest vision. Whether it is in relationships, career choices, or personal commitments, A woman with self-respect understands that compromising her values for temporary comfort or approval will always cost more than it gives. She recognizes that her peace, dignity, and integrity are priceless, and she is willing to protect them even when it requires courage, patience, or facing judgment from others. Self-respect also allows women to establish and enforce boundaries. Boundaries are not walls meant to isolate you. They are lines that define what you will accept and what you will not, guiding others to treat you with the respect you deserve. Strong women are clear about their boundaries because they understand that compromising them leads to resentment, emotional exhaustion, and a life of quiet compromise. When you respect yourself, you teach the world how to respect you, and that becomes a natural filter for the people and situations you allow into your life. Another critical aspect of self-respect is valuing your own voice and opinions. Women often settle because they diminish their own perspectives or defer to others for approval. A woman who honors herself knows that her thoughts, choices, and intuition matter. She trusts herself to make decisions that serve her growth and her goals, rather than constantly seeking validation. This inner trust builds a confidence that is impossible to shake, and it naturally attracts people and opportunities that align with her energy and standards. Finally, self-respect is a source of empowerment. When you honor yourself, you gain clarity, strength, and courage. You no longer allow fear, societal pressure, or temporary discomfort to dictate your choices. Every decision becomes intentional, and every action becomes a reflection of your inner worth. Self-respect transforms hesitation into empowerment, uncertainty into clarity, and fear into unwavering confidence. It is the backbone of the standards that strong women maintain and the reason why they refuse to settle. This is the second victory. By cultivating self-respect, you protect your energy, honor your values, and create a life that reflects your true worth. Self-respect is not negotiable. It is the unshakable foundation that allows you to raise your standards, stand firm in your choices, and refuse to settle for anything less than what you deserve. The third reason strong women refuse to settle is vision. Vision is the inner compass that guides every decision, every action, and every boundary. A woman with vision sees beyond immediate comfort, temporary approval, or short-term gains. She knows where she wants to go in life and refuses to allow distractions, compromises, or fear to pull her off that path. Settling feels unnatural for her because it conflicts with the bigger picture she has created for herself. Vision gives clarity, purpose, and direction, and it is one of the strongest tools a woman can use to raise her standards and honor her worth. Vision begins with imagining the life you truly want. It requires honesty and courage to picture not just what is convenient, but what is meaningful and fulfilling. Strong women ask themselves, what kind of relationships do I want? What career or purpose will challenge and inspire me? How do I want to feel on a daily basis? When a woman is deeply connected to her vision, she no longer tolerates situations that compromise her future or dilute her energy. She refuses to settle because she understands that even small compromises can slowly erode the life she dreams of creating. Another aspect of vision is long-term thinking. Settling often happens when we focus only on immediate comfort or temporary relief. A strong woman considers the consequences of her choices and aligns every decision with her long-term goals. She knows that saying yes to the wrong person, staying in an unfulfilling situation, or ignoring her own needs may feel easier in the moment, but it will cost her peace, growth, and happiness over time. Vision allows her to weigh every option through the lens of her future self, ensuring that she does not sacrifice what truly matters for fleeting convenience. Vision also fuels perseverance and courage. Following your true path is not always easy. It requires resilience to face rejection, uncertainty, and criticism. Strong women understand that the journey toward their goals is rarely linear. They anticipate challenges, embrace setbacks as learning experiences, and continue moving forward with unwavering determination. Vision gives meaning to the struggle, transforming obstacles into stepping stones and doubt into motivation. It is the reason they remain steadfast when others might give in to fear or settle for less. Furthermore, vision is deeply connected to purpose. A woman with vision knows her values, her passions, and her mission in life. This clarity allows her to distinguish between what aligns with her purpose and what distracts from it. It makes her selective, intentional, and discerning. She refuses to compromise her time, energy, or emotions on anything that does not serve her highest good. Vision creates a lens of empowerment, helping her maintain high standards and unwavering confidence even in the face of societal pressure or external expectations. This is the third victory. Vision allows a woman to act with intention, maintain her boundaries, and navigate life with clarity and purpose. It is the guiding light that ensures she never settles for mediocrity, temporary comfort, or external approval. When vision is clear, every choice is aligned with growth, fulfillment, and empowerment. Strong women refuse to settle because they are guided by a vision that honors their worth and their potential. And this is what elevates their lives to extraordinary levels. The fourth reason strong women refuse to settle is courage and resilience. These two qualities are the invisible armor that allows a woman to maintain her standards, stay true to herself, and rise above fear, pressure, and societal expectations. Refusing to settle is not always easy. It requires the bravery to face judgment, rejection, and sometimes even loneliness. It requires the ability to remain steadfast when others question your choices or fail to understand your vision. Courage and resilience are what make it possible for a strong woman to navigate these challenges and continue to honor her worth. Courage begins with self-trust. A strong woman listens to her intuition and values her own judgment above external approval. She knows that the opinions of others, while sometimes informative, do not define her life or her choices. This inner trust allows her to make difficult decisions, such as leaving situations that no longer serve her or walking away from opportunities that compromise her values. Courage is what transforms fear into action and hesitation into determination. Every time she chooses herself, even when it feels uncomfortable or risky, her confidence grows stronger, and her ability to maintain high standards becomes unshakable. Resilience is the companion to courage. Even when strong women face setbacks, rejection, or moments of doubt, resilience allows them to recover quickly and continue moving forward. Life will inevitably challenge you, but resilience ensures that challenges do not break you. It transforms obstacles into lessons and difficulties into stepping stones toward growth. A woman with resilience does not allow temporary discomfort or failure to shake her belief in herself. Instead, she learns, adapts, and emerges stronger. This ability to recover and persevere is what separates women who settle from those who rise above and maintain their power. Another crucial aspect of courage and resilience is independence. Strong women embrace their independence not as isolation, but as empowerment. They understand that being alone or standing apart from the crowd does not make them weaker. On the contrary, it strengthens their ability to make intentional choices, maintain boundaries, and refuse to compromise their standards. Independence builds confidence and reinforces the belief that fulfillment comes from honoring oneself first, rather than seeking validation from others. Finally, courage and resilience create a ripple effect. The more a woman practices these qualities, the more her energy, presence, and confidence inspire others around her. She demonstrates that it is possible to stand firm, pursue one's vision, and refuse to settle without fear of judgment. Her example empowers other women to recognize their own worth, embrace their self-respect, and act with intention. In this way, courage and resilience are not just personal traits, they are transformative forces that elevate an entire community. This is the fourth victory. By cultivating courage and resilience, strong women protect their standards, honor their values, and move through life with unshakable confidence. Fear, doubt, and external pressure no longer have the power to dictate their choices. Instead, every challenge becomes an opportunity to grow stronger, wiser, and more empowered. Strong women refuse to settle, not because life is easy, but because they have the courage to stand firm, the resilience to overcome setbacks, and the unwavering belief that they deserve nothing less than the extraordinary.